Men of Reddit. What are some mistakes women make during sex? Quit asking, when are you going to come? Seriously. It's now going to take longer because I'm thinking of a response. If I had $1 for every time I wanted to ask a girl that, but didn't, knowing it wouldn't help. Edit, a comma. Don't expect him to know what you want him to do without any hints or help. No hints, just tell them what you want. No hints, for the love of God please. The assumption that just because they're there we should be rock hard, we need some warming up as well sometimes. To add on to this, it's easy for a guy to have trouble staying up if there are things not right with the sex, including a woman putting pressure on a guy to keep it up and hurry. A lot of women seem to be under the impression that a guy's job is to get both her and himself ready to go. This type of thinking often trickles down all the way to the guy needing to put on moves almost every time they want sex, while the girl will just sit in the other room without pants on for 5 minutes and wait for the guy to show up and start. Very rarely I've heard of a woman telling a guy to just relax while she does the work to get everyone's engine warmed up and ready to go. Although maybe I'm just dating the wrong people, but I feel like there's definitely a skew to one side. No, I agree. When my wife and I were dating she acted this way. She didn't give any thought to the fact I might need some warm-up time as well. Once she changed her mindset, sex got a lot more equal. And happier. Is it me, or had this subreddit become very horny these last few days? Winter break started. Don't pretend to enjoy it just for our benefit. If something isn't working for you, communicate. Sex should be enjoyable for everyone involved and you don't need to appease our ego if you're not enjoying it. Sexual chemistry doesn't always come right away, and the only way it can be built is if partners communicate what they like and don't like to each other. I second this, please don't fake it. It always comes out that you were faking eventually, which just makes us feel stupid. If you don't like something, let us know, but at the same time give us another area to explore. Don't make fun of me for being vanilla while in front of friends and then come home and lay there like an embarrassed fish when I suggest something dirty. Are you fucking my ex? Why not? Everyone else is. Treating my dick like a trampoline when on top. It's easy to get carried away, I get it, but in the blink of an eye, I could lose all I hold dear to me. Work in an ER. Reverse cowgirl is a death trap. It's so good though. Almost makes it worth it. Don't be afraid to tell us what you want. If you don't feel anything in a certain position or angle of insertion, let us know and switch it up. It has the added benefit of extending our stamina when switching positions, plus 10 stamina. You don't have enough dexterity to select that position. Going up too far when they're on top, only to slam back down on your dick when it's out. Been there, felt that pain. Don't go around the backyard stealing my goddamn lemons. Leave the fucking lemon tree alone. Lemon stealing whores. I can tell when you are giving me a pity fuck and it's a total turn off. If you don't want to do it, then say so. Jesus Christ man, somebody told you that? I mean it more in a steady GF sort of way. She's not in the mood but still fucks you cause she wants to be a good GF, but you can see it in her eyes that she just wants to eat ice cream and watch TV. You ever have a girl up on top come down wrong and bend your dick in half? Because I have. If there is a hell, I know what pain awaits. Is it permanent? Penis fractures are a real thing, and yes, if you don't get it treated the damage will be permanent. It will cause so much pain anyone who experienced it likely is begging to go to the ER. The correct speed of a hand job is not, and never has been, 4000 RPM, WPM, wanks per minute. The constant yodeling. Raikel la to the power of a AAA carat R. I was wearing a condom and my ex thought it'd be funny to stretch the reservoir tip and let go, like a rubber band. Wasn't all that funny emo. Yeah, so one time a girl asked me to come on her but I was wearing a condom, so I attempted to pull it off fast so I could oblige her. Well shit, I stretched it about 3 feet before it slipped out of my grip and snapped right on the head of my dick at the exact moment I came. You'll never want to feel your jizz get forced back into your pee-pee hole, trust me on that. I'm laughing way too hard at this. Good lord. Faking pleasure. If something isn't working for you, let the guy know. If he thinks he's doing well, he won't change anything. If you let him know what you like and don't like, he will change. Most guys get a lot of satisfaction from your pleasure. Edit, thank you for my first silver. To be more specific, pretty much all guys think a girl who is engaged in sex is a hell of a lot sexier. This above literally all else. Ever been with a girl that just lays there? Yay that. Every guy I've ever met has called it going starfish. Edit, to the people who assumed I learned this as feedback and slept with every guy I know, I'm super flattered, but I don't have the game, or time, to pull those kind of numbers. I've managed to keep one dude interested for 9 years, so I must be doing something at least kinda right. Or Pillar Princess said it, I have been corrected and misrepresented this term. Apparently it is more appropriate to the LGBT community, lesbians. I think the term for straight people is pillow queen. Not high-fiving back after sex. Not exactly during, but expecting guys to always initiate. Want your guy to feel desirable? Don't want your guy to worry that you're just sleeping with him every now and then to shut him up? Jump his bones. I'm so tired of this. It's not only the man's job to keep your sex life alive. If you can't remember the last time you suggested sex, believe me your man does, and you're gradually eating away at his self-esteem. Edit, I realize this isn't a gender-specific thing, as a guy I've only experienced the issue through that lens. If you can't remember the last time you seduced your wife, you need to put more effort into. Man, just had this talk with my wife last night actually. Don't fuck like a tranquilized mattress. Participate, don't fuck like you are trying to start a fire between our crotches. Rhythmic fluid motions good. Jerking back and forth or up and down bad. Don't get the deer in the headlights look. Eye contact is nice, but with extreme concentration it is worrisome. Don't peel the foreskin back before insertion. It acts as a natural lubricant, it slides on its own. Let it do its job. Unless he's cut, then it doesn't matter. Don't keep your hands to yourself. Men seek physical contact, hands excel in such. Despite all that, don't be self-conscious, just be in the moment and enjoy yourself. That is when it will be best. The staring thing is so strange. Had an ex who wouldn't break eye contact the entire time and it never failed to kill the mood. Eye contact / brief smile is great. But this isn't a staring contest, we're clapping cheeks. Acting self-conscious about their body. If we are there, and clothes are coming off, whatever flaws you have are likely irrelevant to us. Edit, changed being to acting for clarification. I am a guy with a hairy ass. Me being critical of your cellulite would be hypocritical. Edit, till that my hairy butt may be an asset rather than a liability. Sorry, had to. Highland cattle have less ass hair than me. Lifting her hips up at the wrong moment, causing my thrust to retarget the exit lane. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Failure to provide feedback during intercourse. You don't have to scream like a porn star, but let me know if what I am doing is working towards getting you off. It can be non-verbal also. Just move my hand if it isn't quite on the right spot. Squeeze me harder if you want me to go harder. Set the pace yourself. And for God's sake, if you are 30 seconds out, just whisper a tiny, I'm almost there, so that we don't come up 500 feet short of the runway. Also, if you are in a relationship where sex is going to be a regular thing, then use the post-coitus pillow talk to say what you liked or didn't. All sex should have a brief planning phase and an after-action review. Or at least that's what the army does when they fuck you. Thanks for your cervix. My balls are not stress toys, please don't squeeze them so hard. Edit, thank you kind strangers for the silver. Geez, I'm rolling in pain just reading this. I cringe every time I see girls being aggressive with balls in porn. I guess male porn stars are used to it / into it, but goddamn mine are so sensitive I barely want them touched. Leaning back too far when on top. Some dicks aren't that flexible when fully erect. If I'm starting to sit up when you lean back, it's because my shit's about to break off. Mine just pops out. Lil Dick Gang. Removed. Please don't ever just stick a finger up a man's ass. Everyone's foreign policy is different. Then consider my port international waters. See, but now we've talked about it, so I know I can punch in your back door and work you like a puppet. When you're giving a hand job, you're not milking a cow, don't death grip it. Greater than don't death grip it, especially because she will never match my own death grip. This is the real reason for sure though, lololol. Don't try to discreetly insert your finger in my asshole, we know what you're up to. If you want to try it, just ask. Greetings sir, may I insert my finger in your asshole? Kind regards. Here is the asshole, as requested. Kindly do the needful. Best. I have an ex that used to keep sleeping with the wrong dude. What's the difference between a joke and 3 cocks? My ex can't take a joke. She must really like stealing roosters. Asking for payment after the sex. I went out with a girl from the Tinder last week. After the date we were making out in my car and she ended giving me a blowjob. After, she asked me, how much are you gonna give me? I was stunned. I stuttered that I didn't had any money and she replied, haha you idiot, how much? Rating 1 out of 10 for the BJ. We cracked up afterwards. Edit, I always struggle to come, so any girl that actually accomplishes it has a 10 in my book. She took it in the mouth and spat it out of the window. Greater than she took it in the mouth and spat it out of the window. Who says romance is dead?